Today, I wanted to talk about scripting your conversations, or rather, this is something that you should stop doing. So, something that I noticed that I have done a lot in the past, and sometimes still do, is that before I have a conversation with somebody, I will try to pretend like I have it in my own head. And I'll basically be having this conversation in my own head that goes smoothly, that goes perfectly, but then in real life, a conversation is not being had with the person. Or if I did have a conversation in real life, it wouldn't exactly go the way that you think it would. More and more as I'm developing my own skills, I'm realizing that socializing is more or less an unconscious process. There isn't really much thought behind it. Like, if I'm sitting here talking to a camera, I'm there's not really much that I'm thinking of saying. It's just kind of happening, and that's what a conversation is. It just happens sometimes. It's just your natural reaction, your natural thoughts, and whatever that quickly form into words, and then you say those words. So you have to stop scripting your conversations if you want to have better conversations, because if you keep scripting them, you're gonna keep doing this imaginary thing, and that's not really gonna help you develop your skills because it's unconscious. Conscious thought does not really translate too well into unconscious action unless you're doing like intentional training or whatever. Instead of scripting your conversations, what can you do? Instead, you kind of just have to learn how to wing it. You have to go into conversations without really anything to say. And if you just learn to trust what your own mind comes up with, then you will find, like, you will just learn what I've learned, which is like your brain will handle it. You will be able to have a conversation without even thinking much, and a good one at that. You can have a good, deep, real conversation without too much thought. But you have to trust what your mind is saying, and if it does come up with something, you can't be the one to then say like, I don't want to talk about this because it's like weird or it's too deep or it's off topic. If you are rejecting your mind's own ideas in what it wants to communicate about, don't be surprised when you still want to communicate, but you can't because you reject every idea that your brain comes up with. Stop scripting your conversations. Just learn to go with the flow. Learn to trust the process and the unconscious brain when it comes to how you socialize. And you will find that you'll just enjoy socializing a lot more. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.